Hi everybody, welcome to Hooking and Stitching Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. I want to welcome all returning Fiber Family members, new Fiber Family members, Yarny Yayas, Island Yarnies, and if it's your first time here, just checking out the video, and you like what you see, you like knitting, crocheting, Tunisian reviews, which is what this video is, tutorials, giveaways, lives, all kind of shenanigans. And then click on the subscribe, the bell, and all, and hopefully you will be notified by YouTube when I upload a video, have a live, or post on the community tab post page. As it says, this is a review of the Loops and Threads braided chain yarn. Okay, I had showed this in an acquisition video. This is the yarn. Okay, it is chain construction. It's very soft. Details on it. It is they're calling it a super bulky 6. I don't see it. I'd say it's a 5 at best. And it's 100%, let's see, 100% acrylic. Excuse me. And it suggests a 9mm crochet hook or 9mm knitting needles. Now, I tried the 9mm. Okay. And I didn't like how it worked up on the bottom here. So I switched to a 7mm. And I actually have two. I got my Prim and my Clover. I grabbed one of each. And the 7 worked a little bit better. So if it was a true super bulky, yeah, I can see using a 9mm, but I consider it a 5 bulky, not a super bulky. I just did a little swatch, singles, doubles, trebles. We're going to go to the table and we'll do an overhead, and we'll crochet up a swatch, and then I will do do with some knitting needles, and we'll do a knitting swatch. Okay? I'll see you at the table. Okay, we're here down at the table, and I have my, let's see if I can get up here. Come on, focus. 7mm crochet hook, and I just grabbed a set of, these are 8mm knitting needles. They're mindful cords, and actually these are very nice. They're as nice as Chalgoo, and they're interchangeable. This is my one lone pair of Knit Picks nickel plated tips. I had lent them to somebody. I've got the long cord. They were making a blanket and gave them back to me. I had 2 sets of these. I sold the other set. So anyways, we're going to do a little swatch knitting and a little swatch crocheting. See how this works up. So far, like I said, when I was working up that other swatch, I seemed pretty happy. So let's put that back here. And we'll start with our crochet swatch. So let's move in a little bit here. Okay, so we'll start by, it's a little bit too close. We'll start by making our slip stitch. I'm just going to do a small swatch. We'll chain 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just gliding over my needle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so then I'm going to chain 1, so my turning chain, and I'm going to start with a row of single crochet. I'm going in the back loop. Seems to make a neater edge. Yeah, I mean there is no problem with it splitting or anything, and these are like the bigger Clover Moore hooks are plastic, and it's just doing a beautiful job. Like I said, I'm using a 7mm. I still consider this a bulky 5. I don't see it being a bulky 6. I have bulky 6, and it's nowhere near the same. Alright, more stitches. And it's personal preference me going in the back loop. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I'll show you I'll show you the edge. Just makes, I think it makes a nicer edge. Last stitch. Okay, oh, got myself knotted up here. Okay. I gotta spin around here. And we'll go in and we'll see how the stitch definition looks. Okay, there is my bottom edge. It makes nice, neat V's. So, that's the back. This is the front. If you look at great stitch definition, it's got a bit of a sheen to it. Very soft. That's single crochet. Alright, let's do a row of doubles. So I'm going to chain 1, 2. I only chain 2 when I do a chain 3, or I'll do a stacked single. Okay. No problem. I mean, I'm literally just using to pull through. It goes through so easy. Now I'm not used to using a bulky. I do a lot with like fingering and sport weight. And all I used to use was bulky and worsted, but I've discovered I like the thinner yarns. And then we'll try a bobble, and then we'll try the test that'll say it all, the frog test. So we're doing the doubles. And then I'll do a row of bobbles, and we'll see what kind. I think this has beautiful stitch definition. And it's not a loose chain construction, but they're calling it a braided. It almost looks like an I-cord. You know, I showed you when I did that Celtic headband and other things I've showed you with the I-cord, but that's what it looks like, a knitted I-cord. Okay, and last one. No splitting. It slides nice. No hanging up on itself, even with a tiny, tiny bit of halo that it has. And there is double crochet. Okay, let's try a bobble. Chain 2. And I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 stitches. 3, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Well, maybe we'll make it a little bit. We'll make it 5 for the bobble. 3. 4 and 5. So, and I pull through all 6, and there's my bobble. Chain 1 to lock it. Now, I'm going to do a double crochet in the next one, and then I'm going to do a puff stitch. Okay, so puff stitches 3, 4, 5 double crochets in the same stitch, and then, oh, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 1 more, and there's 4. Now, the difference between a puff stitch and a bobble stitch is you're completing every one of these stitches, and then you just pull up, count back to your first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, grab your loop here, pull it through, chain 1 to lock it. Oops, I pulled my stitch out. Okay, so we go here, let's pull this up. Oh, can you feel? Okay, I'm going to pull that through, chain 1 to lock it. I'm going to go in and do a double crochet, then a bobble, and a bobble is You just go through the first 2 loops, yarn over, go back down through, 2 loops. I got 4, 1 more. Let's get some yarn here, because I'm not going to cut this all one back up. Pull through, lock it, double crochet, another pop stitch, popcorn stitch, whatever you want to call it. Remember, the difference between that and a bobble is you finish these stitches, but it's just 4 double crochets. In this case, I'm doing double crochets into the same stitch. 3 and 4. Pull it up, count back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go through that stitch, grab your loop, pull your yarn down, pull it through that loop there, 1, and then we'll finish with 2 doubles. Okay, get some yarn here. We're going to see, you can see the difference between, that's a bobble, that's a popcorn or puff stitch. Okay, but beautiful stitch definition. Like I said, the sheen, it's got just so ever so slightly, let's get here, very slight halo, as you can see. Alright, the dreaded frogging test. So we're going to frog, oh, beautiful, beautiful, it frogs beautifully. So crocheting with it is great. So let's see what it's like to knit. We'll just do a quick couple rows on the knit. I don't want to make this too long for you guys. Beautiful, no memory. Okay, so we'll put that aside, and we're going to do a long tail cast on. Remember, I have a tutorial for this on the, just look for the knitting tutorials playlist. Grab my needle, and I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we've got our 10 stitches cast on. And I'm just going to do stockinette. Stockinette is you knit the front and you purl back on the back. So, let's see. Oh. Now these are metal. These are metal, and it slides just as easy as the plastic. I mean, they both slid beautifully. So I'm only going to do a couple, 2, 3 rows. I don't want to make it too long. Now we have 2 videos uploaded and edited and uploaded this morning. They should come out on Thursday. Okay, and then turn, and I'm gonna purl back. Sometimes I knit continental, sometimes I knit English. I'm faster at the English style, but I will come back. Sometimes if I'm just doing stockinette, I'll do all my knit stitches in continental. Next row I'll do continental. This is kind of like a sort of couple things: knitting, crocheting, puff stitch, bobble stitch, and English and continental. And for crocheters, if people go from crocheting to knitting, a lot of times they are more likely to do continental just because they're so used to holding the yarn in their left hand. Okay. There is, okay, now continental is I pick the yarn up in my left hand and I tension it, okay, and basically everything is controlled by your left hand. See, and that's continental knitting. Trying to keep my hands in camera here. Keep wandering, so once in a while I try to peek up at the screen here, little flip screen on the camcorder. Okay, couple more stitches. Then we'll do one more purl back, and then we'll look at how it looks, and then we'll do a frogging test on it. Okay, I'm liking the look of the stitches. Okay. And we'll purl back. I'm going to start another project that has beads in it, so I can do a beading tutorial. It's my fault, I apologize. I got so excited about finishing Solar Flare I didn't get the beading tutorial done, so we're going to do it on another pattern. Maybe I'll do the hat that matches it. There, one more. Beautiful. It does absolutely a beautiful job. And there's the stitch definition. And there's the back side and the purl. Look, you really, the shine isn't coming on real high because I don't want to put too many lights on because it gets too bright. I'm afraid it blows out the background. But beautiful. How's it going to frog? I'm just going to pull. Now don't do this when you're knitting. Pull your needle out. I've done it by accident with DPNs. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to frog. No hanging up whatsoever. Wow, I like this yarn. I bought it was on I'm gonna go back to the camera, so I'll meet you back over there. Okay, maybe I'll make a good thumbnail. So you saw both knitting and crocheting. Beautiful stitch definition. It's got a sheen to it. No hang up frogging. It's just glided over the needles and the hook, plastic and metal. Now I got this on sale at Michael's for I think it was $5. So I don't know. I don't know what the regular price is, but you can get it at Michael's. And it's called Braided chain. Like I said, it looks like an I-cord. And this is it. But if you look at it, now this is just a bigger version, you can see how it looks like an I-cord. Let's see if we can get this up here. Okay. But it looks like an I-cord. This is just a 6-stitch I-cord. That's probably a two-stitch I-cord, or braided chain, 3 maybe. But yeah, I recommend this. Now I am surprised it's only 100% acrylic. I would have thought it had some polyester or some nylon in it. It's that soft. It's soft. Not as soft as a latte cake because that's all nylon, but it's really nice to work with. And this color, I've got to tell you the colorway I worked in. This colorway was jadeite. It's like a green, seafoam green. So that's the review. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this and what your thoughts were on it. So I hope wherever you're at, you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. I'll see you in the next video. Here's bye for now from Deer Island. I love you guys. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy.